Assalamu alaikum students. How are you all doing? Alhamdulillah. So let's start with our chapter Animals and their young ones. In this chapter we will discussing about an egg laying animals. So the topic for the day is life cycle of cockroach, life cycle of butterfly and life cycle of frog.
Amphibians. What are amphibians? Animals that live both on land and in water are called amphibians. Examples of amphibians are frog. They lay cluster of eggs in water covered with a jelly-like substance. So frog is an amphibian which lay cluster of eggs in water, and frog live on both land and in water. Let's now move to the life cycle of a frog. Life cycle of frog. Frog lays eggs in water. You can see that the frogs of eggs are laid in cluster and they are covered with a jelly-like substance. The eggs of a frog hatch into tadpoles. Tadpoles look like a small fish and has tail. It breathes with gills. You can see in the picture a tadpole has a tail and it looks like a fish. And initially at this stage they breathe with gills. After some time, the tadpole loses its tail and develops legs. They also lose gills and develop lungs. Tadpole becomes froglets and then gradually becomes frog. So this is the life cycle of frog when the eggs convert into tadpoles, the tadpoles convert into froglet, and the froglets convert into an adult frog. Metamorphosis. The changes in an organism from larval stage to an adult stage is called as metamorphosis. Metamorphosis occurs in a frog. How? Because it changes from a larval stage, that is the tadpole. The larval stage, that is tadpole, it is converting into an adult frog. From tadpole, the frog is converted in gradually and slowly into an adult frog. This process is called as metamorphosis. Insects. In insects, we will be discussing about cockroaches and butterflies. Insects also lays eggs. So let's discuss about cockroach and butterfly. Life cycle of cockroach. 3-stage life cycle. The cockroach life cycle is of 3 stages. Female cockroach lays eggs in a dark and safe place. The baby cockroach is called as the nymph. Nymph changes into adult cockroach. So very simple. 3-stage life cycle. Egg to nymph and then the adult cockroach. Now this is a 3-stage life cycle of a cockroach. We need to know some points about the baby cockroach, that is called as the nymph. Nymph. It is a baby cockroach. It does not have wings. Looks similar to the adult cockroach. While growing, it sheds old skin and grows a new one several times. This process is called as molting. We have studied this in the life cycle of a snake also. So these are the some points about nymph. Nymph is the larval stage of cockroach. Life cycle of butterfly. The butterfly life cycle is of 4 stages. Female butterfly lays eggs on the upper part of the leaf. Eggs break, the larvae comes out. When the eggs break, the larvae, which looks like worms, comes out. The larva of butterfly is called as the caterpillar. It eats the leaves and grows very rapidly. This is called as the eating stage. The caterpillar, which looks like a worm, you can see in the picture, eats the leaves and grows very rapidly. After some time, it stops eating and forms a covering called cocoon around itself. This stage is called pupa. This is the resting stage. Now what happens? The caterpillar covers itself with a covering called as the cocoon and rests inside the cocoon. This is called as the pupa. Inside the cocoon, the caterpillar changes into a beautiful butterfly. So this is the life cycle of a butterfly. From egg to a beautiful butterfly, it grows through 4 stages, that is the egg to caterpillar, then to pupa, and then into a beautiful adult butterfly.
Students, I hope you all have understood well. Assalamu alaikum. Jazakallah khair.